Founded in 2013, BarefootLaw uses digital technologies to provide legal services free of charge. We're a proud Ugandan organization with a footprint across other African countries, including Kenya, Zambia, Malawi, and The Hague in Netherlands. We're all united in the access to justice space in making access to justice and the law readily available.
Accelerating innovations through Access to Justice project has been predominantly a partnership between the Stewart Mott Foundation and BarefootLaw. We are on a mission to get the law to protect the poor and vulnerable in the communities, and this project facilitated a part of our theory change, specifically around evidence generation and research, which aimed to identify like-minded organizations and legal innovators in Africa and across Africa, identifying innovations that are facilitating access to justice. This particular project has spanned a duration of 4 years, and a multi-country approach has been used to identify the innovations, work with innovators, and document their innovations. With operations where we are in Uganda, Kenya, Malawi, and now in the year 2025, we've done a lot of work in Zambia. The objective of the project was to identify like-minded legal innovators in Uganda and across Africa that are facilitating access to justice with community-based innovation and interventions. Secondly, going a step further to showcase these legal innovations and consequently award and support the legal innovators in the various communities. That way, we create, first and foremost, a good documentation of the legal interventions in the various communities, showcase them and create interest around the work they're doing, and consequently support the work of the legal innovators. The innovators we work with in Uganda, the ones who are awarded first CTDRU, Concern for the Girl Child, and Come Up Youth Good. In Kenya, we worked and have awarded Nyando Social Justice, Diora Hub, as well as Kajiado as part of the community innovators within Kenya. In Malawi, we worked and awarded Hub 22, Chukula Mayembe, and Youth Response. In Zambia, in the year 2025, we identified, showcased, and awarded Project Legal, Legal Project Initiative, and Choma Justice Network. We're happy to share that in as far as we sought out innovators using technology, similar to BarefootLaw, we were able to identify and find both non-tech-based innovators and tech-based innovators. But wholesomely, all of these innovators were providing interventions related to the grassroots communities where they were serving people and facilitating access to justice.
My name is Asunta Ndami. I am the founder and team lead at the Dispute Resolution Hub. And at the Dispute Resolution Hub, it has been 5 amazing years of amazing work where we work with the communities. So in 2022, my team and I applied to the BarefootLaw Grassroots Innovation Challenge. And this was due to the work that we do in several counties. We are located in 23 counties in Kenya, but in 2022, we focused on Kilifi County. Now there we work with local leaders and community CBOs that work and give legal information to people. And with that, we've been able to offer legal infusions, small and big, to make sure people have access to legal knowledge. And also when they do need someone to help them with mediation, they have that person at the touch of a button. And where we also offer an opportunity for dispute resolution practitioners across Kenya to grow.
I'm one of its members. Why have I aligned myself in particular with DR Hub? Because of their vision. They believe in a conflict-competent society, and I also believe in the same. And What does it mean to do co-mediation? What is it all about? And they broke it down in a very easy way. In fact, my co-mediation, the first one I did was online, and it was with the lead. The co-founder is Assunta Ndami, and they've innovated the very first ODR competition. When I say ODR, we love using abbreviation. It means online dispute resolution. How can you harness the power of technology to work for you? So they've done that through technology, and we do have a lot of ADRs that we do through virtually, using the virtual space, be it the Zoom, the Google Meets, the Teams, or even WhatsApp, depending on what the parties would want to use. When I say ADR, I mean alternate dispute resolution mechanisms, and mediation is one of them.
I have seen the work of the DR Hub on the ground, as well as now the upcoming online dispute resolution, which has assisted party in access to justice in that you do not have to go to the ground, you do not have to go to the offices to get your justice. It is using the technology system to be able to assist the parties to figure out their problems, to resolve their disputes from wherever they are.
An opportunity to come and compete. So we do have students team, then we have young mediators who have not practiced for long, and we also have judges. Judges are now the more experienced mediators who are able to judge the competition in a very transparent and fair manner and award the best teams.
DR Hub has helped me understand that access to justice doesn't have to be conventional. We don't have to meet in court. We don't have to be there physically to resolve our dispute. And it's really helped even in our student community because DR Hub has played an active role in nurturing the dispute resolvers of tomorrow and bringing access to justice to where we were, especially through the online dispute resolution mediation competition. My interaction with DR Hub has not only prepared me for dispute resolution in Kenya, but globally as well.
Then we have to be keen on the type of practice that the mediators and the arbitrators are doing. We are continuously working with communities, not just to create awareness about dispute resolution, but also knowing that it's important for access to justice through legal information and not just the technology behind it.
Not all criminal matters can be mediated upon. So on the civil one, I remember there was a matter of custody I handled. By the time they came to mediation, they could not even see eye to eye. They were brought from the court. But I sat them down, I introduced myself to them, I told them what it is that they have come here to do. And as I was going through the statements and everything, of course, there is drama upon drama in those types of disputes. But in the end, at least we were able to agree on the custody and the maintenance of the child. I told them that they don't need to even talk to each other. We just need the pay bill. The fees will be sent, the money will be sent to the supermarket, and we had a good agreement. And both parties came out well.
I'm so excited. This is so energizing. Thank you, BarefootLaw, for illuminating all the work that the people are doing. I'm really impressed by so many initiatives that have been presented today. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Concern for the Girl Child has, for the past 25 years, focused their energies on empowering the girl child through education, where we have supported about 1,385 girls since then, and then the vocational education, the skills, the livelihood skilling, where we've supported over 4,000 of those. Our work is done in partnerships. Through these partnerships, we embody the parents at family level, we embody schools and CSOs, partners that do work within our line. Barefoot Law comes in handy, especially with our area of child protection. The most recent one has been the Haven Project, where they supported us to enroll about 40 girls on this program, and we supported the girls through sensitizing them on their rights and what the law says about gender-based violence, but also they supported us to equip the girls with life skills and livelihood skills that are going to help the girls grow into the confident women that we are talking about in our vision. So we went into one of our neighboring schools, our partner schools, Kalinabiri SS.
The concern for the girl child caters for dues for these learners, including requirements, including sanitary towels, and in the process, such girls who are sponsored by CGC are able to stay in school.
The 40 girls we enrolled here acquired skills in paper bag making.
So when we make them, we get money that can help us in some scholastic materials, because it has even reduced the burden of school requirements, because they taught us about making doormats and earrings and other things, baskets like that.
Also did basic computer repair, where they can ably walk in here, and if we have a challenge with our computers, they can repair those computers. But also we have spoken into their lives. There was a counseling room space for them, supported by Barefoot Law, where they would come pour out word of their stress.
Other people just think that helping others with the skills that will enable girls survive from what they are going through. But then the Haven Project has made it clear. It even provided the counseling sessions whereby girls were counseled, given good words that you're courageous, you're curious.
And when these sessions are taking place in school, they're not only looking at only the girls under the concern for the girl child, but even other learners benefit from such programs.
There was fear to open up, and talking about like opening up their emotions, all what they were going through, fear to be judged. So they somehow kept closed. But as we moved on, they found it the way to open up.
Through the counseling sessions, they provided me with knowledge and encouraged me with good words that gained my self-esteem. Right now, I have contested as the assistant HP of this school, and have even, through the Haven Project, the advocating skills and leadership, have formed a project with the other members of Haven that will help support these children in school fees and requirements.
If these little girls, through the empowerment they got from the Haven Project, are also now coming out to help these other girls stay in school, I believe it's a milestone that has been reached.
From their stories, they are now better students in their schools. They are better advocates among their peers. They are better advocates for their female parents, especially those going through gender-based violence.
My name is Joel Ogabe. I am the founder of the Kumam Youth Drama Group, a local drama group that is working towards seeing the changes in the community through drama. We act skits and then put them out to the public to at least sensitize the community on very many issues, some of which are legal issues. And then also we do other things. You know, they say, if not you, then no one else. So we took it upon ourselves to see that the community is well served, even when we don't have enough.
Congratulations! Kumam Youth Drama
We were identified by BarefootLaw Uganda at one point, and they have been giving us support, and we have done that to make the information reach a bigger number through working with a radio, Dwanwa FM 102.9, which is situated in Kaberemaido town.
Hello. Yes, Pat.
I have interacted with them way back even before I joined the radio. In July 2024 was when they introduced the other program that was being supported by BarefootLaw on land issues.
How can you clear my land without my knowledge?
Yes, your husband sold it to me. He never told you. Your husband sold your land to me.
No,
my land.
We rather go to chairman.
This is my land. So, we go to chairman.
The drama has created a lot of awareness on land ownership, legal issues concerning land, and then where someone can go to report in case they have land issues. And this has been so much embraced by the community because we have also had other stakeholders come on board after people raising a lot of concerns about land. We even have people come to radio asking for where they would find these people, and then also other stakeholders who can help them. And this is good to our community.
This drama has been purely a legal drama. There has been sensitizing community on how to deal with the legal issues on land, domestic violence, child education, and loans, and so on.
They teach people through the radio station, and even they go to the community, teaching people on how to handle their legal issues.
There is open reporting of cases, even to police. A woman knows that she can report about her land grabbing to RDC's office, to police, and this is helping so much. We are very grateful to the Kumam Youth Drama Group.
BarefootLaw Uganda gave us opportunity. We managed to reach very many people. Dwanwa FM radio serves a bigger population of more than 50,000 people. And we are grateful that all these people, at least many of them, have been listening to our program and giving the feedbacks. So we are very grateful that at least more than 50,000 listeners of Dwanwa FM got to know at least something.
If there's a way they could again bring this program again in another way so that we keep on teaching people in Kaberemaido.
We pledge working for the community for the next many years, but then we also look forward to making a drama group become something that the community can rely on.
My name is Rosella Chibwana, and I work for the Gender and Justice Unit as a project officer. Having worked with 3 different innovators and 3 different projects, it has been truly inspiring to witness the depth and passion and commitment that each innovator brought forward in advancing their initiatives.
Ntchito yanga imene ndimagwira ndikusamalira anthu amene apsinjika akapangidwa nkhanza. Ngakhala sapangidwe nkhanza kumene komanso mwina mwana wasochera akusokolowera, ine ndimatenga ana amene ndikuwasunga. Mu chaka cha 2023 ndinawina award ya BarefootLaw Uganda imene yandithandizira ine ntchito yanga kukhala ndi chilimbikitso. Ntchito yanga inapepuka kwambiri chifukwa chokuti award imeneyi ndinapeza ndalama. Ndalama imeneyo ndalimira kumunda kuti ndipeze chakudya kwa anthu amene ndimasunga pa habo iyende.
Kuramember Women Forum, since its existence, we are much based on women and girls' rights. And in this women and girls' rights, we are also mainstreaming a lot of work on food security. Basically, this is a safe space for women and girls. Women come here normally if they are violated. They come here to report issues of violence against women and girls. Even men also, they also come here because of the trust that they have. They also come here to report incidents of violence against men, women, and girls. Recently, through the funding which we got from BarefootLaw, it has helped us to strengthen our good relationship between the court, the police, and even the paralegal structures that are for the government. With the capacity from BarefootLaw, we have been able to liaise with the paralegal from the government. This means that access to justice is also a problem at our community because of corruption and other things like attitude of those people who are providing the legal services. On top of that, we have been able to engage with the local structures. Now the local structures, they have trust in us. Sometimes when they have issues of land grab, land cases, they also call us to be with them together on how we can resolve the matter.
Miezi imene yadutsayi 6 ifeyo tagwira nawo ntchito kama tuligwira nawo ntchito.
So we could find that the presence of us with the local structures like the group village headman, the paramount chief, is very strengthened through the capacity we got from BarefootLaw and Gender Justice Unit.
Ndeifeyo sopano likutithandiza kwambiri kugwira ntchito limodzi ndiponso m'mizi mwathu nkhanza zachepa chifukwa cha Women's Forum, ndiponso m'mizi mwathu muli mtendere sopano muno Mulungu nkhanza zachepa.
We have also been able to facilitate mobile courts where we could take the magistrate and go to the place where the incidents will happen, and the magistrate passes the judgment there. So this has also raised an alarm to the communities and has also raised awareness to the community, because when the magistrate is making judgment at a community level, he also explains about the legal frameworks which are there, the laws which are there, and he disseminates in local language so that people can understand. And we look at it for the funding from the BarefootLaw has been very impactful to us, because now we are one of the organizations in Rumpi district which is doing well, and a lot of NGOs, they come to us also to learn from us how we are dealing with cases of gender-based violence.
Chifoto yalindishaura kunoko ife tozimata kwaimbira foni nthawi inati matha kwaimbira foni olo kulemba mwina kalata yoti munthu uja akamuvomereze, and tikapanga choncho palibe tsiku limene zinalephereka amativomereza ngakhale muna kuno kuli congestion, koma amayisetsabe iwowa ngati oti tupanga chinthu chimodzi kupeza malo oti munthu uja akamusunge mpaka na pamene oti wathandizidwira.
The funding from BarefootLaw has positively impacted our organization. It has lifted our organization from where it was to where it is now, because now it's really a local organization, while in the past we were a community-based organization.
We were one of the beneficiaries that we received a grant from BarefootLaw. We have used this grant to sensitize students on gender-based violence laws, education rights, counseling for young children and child marriage survivors. This initiative has reached 8 schools from Bombe Zone here in Machinga District, DN Jinguza, and we have managed to train 53 students, both from secondary school and primary school, in a way where we mounted suggestion boxes in these 8 schools where students were able to report various issues that were affecting them in their schools. These issues include rape, child marriages, and any form of sexual harassment.
Being a research project, we have done a lot of work around social media campaigns and posts. We have also been able to have articles published on our social media and in independent journals of wide circulation and wide readership. And we have continued to also work around publication of more research based on the work we have done in the year 2025 in Zambia. The work in Zambia has been similar to the other work we did in Uganda, Kenya, and Malawi. We identified innovators through a crowdsourcing activity. We went ahead to actually do documentation of their intervention. Consequently, we were able to showcase and award the winners. From the 3 awarded legal innovators, again, we noticed that we had both tech-based legal innovators and non-tech-based legal innovators. Interestingly, Choma Justice Network, which is mostly in the communities, comprised of paralegals who are in the communities assisting people to understand the law, use the law to resolve their disputes, but also consequently facilitate legal awareness within communities.
My name is Joe Mapiki. I'm the chairperson for Choma Justice for All Network, established in 2021.
It's a one-stop center for like all the organizations, you know.
We are paralegals, and as such, we handle a lot of most of the legal matters that are in the community are referred to us. And working with the other stakeholders, we assess to see which case goes to which institution.
Tuonga sikomo kwambiri bachoma justice pewana bwela banatitandizira land banatipoki tuonga sikomo kuri icho tuachoma justice.
Again, we're happy to share the majority of these legal innovators are community-centered, providing services in community, enhancing the capacity to transform communities using the law.
Project Legal as an initiative operates under 5 principles. First one being making sure that the legal information we are providing is free. Second one being that the legal information is easily accessible. Third one being that we change public perception when it comes to law. Fourth one being that we provide guidelines that help people meet legal requirements. And the fifth one being that we are addressing the challenge to accessing legal information, which is that we enable people to access legal information remotely through social media and the use of internet.
As Legal Aid Initiative, our main focus for the future is to improve access to justice, because we are aware that access is very limited. So we are open to partnering with strategic partners that will help us to improve access to justice. Will also help us increase our projects. We'll have many other projects, public seminars, debates that will help us grow as an establishment so that we are not restricted to a school setting only, but even when we are done with school, we can continue and reach out to several other people. So we understand as Legal Aid Initiative that ignorance is not a defense. So we are trying to spread awareness and ensure that everyone knows their rights and justice is accessible to all.
I believe we're innovative enough in the sense that we have diversified in our operations. We have a podcast, and under this podcast, of course, we know that the law affects every aspect of life. So, however, we do not want to limit it to inviting our guests, the diversity seen in the guests that we bring up. We only don't bring people in the legal profession, but we also endeavor to bring people who are outside the legal profession, doctors, security guards, anybody, so that we see how the law affects their day-to-day activities.
The impact of the project as a whole has been about identifying like-minded innovators, but mostly seeing the capacity of transformation. Having been able to document and showcase these innovators, we have worked very close to them in as far as the various audiences in Uganda, Kenya, Malawi, and Zambia. And we've been able to see the transformative aspect of being able to provide legal intervention in the communities. Around areas which were noted to have a high gender-based violence rates or cases, we've learned that if the innovators are more closely available in the communities, empowering people to understand the law and to use the law, there is a transformative aspect of being able to report dispute and participate in dispute resolution. So in a nutshell, being able to identify like-minded innovators across Uganda and Africa and seeing these innovators participate in dispute resolution, transforming communities has been success. And we look forward to consequently documenting the work done in Zambia as a proof of concept that indeed legal innovators, once acknowledged, supported by governments that facilitate good rule of law, have the capacity to give a solution to Africa and African communities in enabling access to justice.
So thanks to the work we did with BarefootLaw and through the grant that we achieved.
So we are very grateful to the sponsors and our partners, BarefootLaw Uganda,
for allowing to partner with us to support us achieve our dream.
This would never have been achieved as BarefootLaw alone. To think the glory is ours alone as an institution is to be foolish.